Hi all, let's experience the majestic Ladakh. Personalized picnics in landscapes that take your breath away, journeys to discover quaint mountain villages and ancient monasteries, hard riding the high passes on an Enfield 500 or soft cycling the hilly terrain, white water rafting on the mighty river Indus or the Zanskar, hiking through the Himalayas with an experienced guide to lead the way. Now, in natural spectacles, there is Magnetic Hill, a gravity hill about 32 kilometers from Leh, believed to have magnetic properties strong enough to pull cars and force aircrafts to increase their altitude in order to escape magnetic interference. Nemo, this is where the two mighty rivers, the Zanskar and the Indus rivers, meet and flow on as Indus, a popular spot for rafting. Amazingly, the waters of the Indus are brown in the winters and blue in the summer, while Zanskar is blue green in the winters and muddy brown ripples in the summer. Nubra Valley, cross the world's highest motorable road at Khardongla at 18,380 feet into the Nubra, literally meaning the Valley of Flowers, famously known as the Treaty Road. This is the ancient caravan route to Central Asia where you can still see double humped Bactrian camels ride the sand dunes with their cute, unruly mop of hair. And Pangong Lake, in at an altitude of 405 4,530 meters with a width of 5 by 6 kilometers and a length of 130 kilometers. The ethereal beauty of Pangong Lake is breathtaking, its water glistening in shades of deep blue, turquoise and azure from part of border between India and China. Then coming to Sindhu Ghat, a peaceful ghat on the banks of one of the seven most sacred rivers in India, the Sindhu, Indus, that originates near the Mansarovar Lake and Mount Kailash in Tibet and enters India through Leh Valley before it flows through to Pakistan. So Moriri Lake, anything in Ladakh, La means passes. Ladakh is actually called the land of high passes. And So, TSO, T is silent. So means lake. The So Moriri Lake, the largest high altitude lake within India. So Moriri is a 24-kilometer long expanse of salty water fed by springs and snow melt and has only recently been opened to foreign trekkers. Turtuk Valley, liberated from Pakistan in 1971 war. This is a northernmost part of the Indian territory, open for tourism as recently as 2010. Explore its isolated landscape, the virgin culture of Baltistan, and set your eyes on the famous K2 peak. Also get a delicious taste of natural apricots, shilajit, and shop for local art craft items such as ibex horn stick, stone carved utensils, etc. Now, sites of worship. Alchi Monastery, a monastic complex dating back to the 10th century, famed for its gigantic clay statues of Buddha and the painted ceiling of stupa from 12th or 13th century. Hemis Monastery, the largest and the most important of all monasteries in Ladakh. This Tibetan Buddhist monastery was re-established in 1672 by the Ladakhi king Sengye Namgyal. The annual Hemis festival in early June is a landmark event in the Ladakhi calendar. Then coming to Lamayaru Monastery, one of the largest and oldest monasteries in Ladakh. Lamayaru is a home to 150 resident monks and hosts two annual mass dance festivals in the Tibetan lunar calendar when all the monks from surrounding monasteries gather here to pray. Then coming to the Leh Mosque, located at the heart of the Leh town. This is one of the major historical mosques in Ladakh, also featuring a memorial to Sufi saint Mir Saeed Ali Hamdani. Likir Monastery, a Buddhist monastery in just 52 kilometers west of Leh, perched atop a little hill by the Indus River. Likir is a repository of ancient artifacts, manuscripts, a significant Thanka collection, costumes, and earthen pots. On its roof is a 75 feet high glided statue of the Moitri Buddha. Patthar Sahib, a beautiful Gurdwara built in 1517 to commemorate the visit of the founder of the Sikh faith, Guru Nanak, to Ladakh. Now I'm coming to Shankar Monastery. This small monastery is a branch of Spituk Monastery and prides itself on a collection of miniature statues with pure gold paintings. The Shanti Stupa. This is the Shanti Stupa. It was inaugurated by Dalai Lama in 1985 and completed in 1991 by the Japanese Buddhist Bhikshu Gomoyo Nakamura. A repository of the relics of the Buddha, it was established for world peace. Spituk Monastery. The Spituk Monastery boasts of prized Thankas paintings and enormous statues of Kali. Thikse Monastery, famed for its impressive Potala-like location overlooking many picturesque villages. Or then Semo Monastery, built in 1430 AD, the monastery prides itself on statues of the Maitreya Buddha and Avalokiteshvara and Manjushri, as well as ancient manuscripts and frescoes. Among heritage sites, Leh Palace. This is built in 17th century. This is the Senge Namgyal imposing 9-story palace jutting out of the slopes of Semo Hill overlooking the town of Leh. Sheh Palace and Monastery, once the summer capital of Ladakh, Sheh dates back to the 17th century. The monastery, with its vibrant colored murals and its giant glided statue of a seated Shakyamuni Buddha, is the major attraction of Ladakh. Stock Palace and Museum, the summer palace of royal family of Ladakh. This wonderful little palace is more intimate and welcoming than Leh Palace, with its own museum showcasing artifacts and memorabilia associated with the dynasty.